This video is going to sound very far-fetched because there's no way to back up my thoughts on what I'm about to say. And there's no data, there's no way to prove this, and I'm not even saying it's true. I'm just playing with an idea of true events that really happened in the last 3 days. Okay, first event. I watched a video, and then I looked up this story about this teen. Well, I'm not sure how old he is, 18, 19. You can look it up. He actually found this lady's purse full of cash and credit cards. Okay? This kid, if you just saw him, he had a little gold necklace on and tattoo on his neck. Backwards hat, you know. If you saw him, you would say, oh man, you gotta watch your purse around this kid. But he found this lady's purse, and she was in the middle of actually calling, I think, her mom or somebody to cancel her credit cards. And this kid shows up and says, hey, I found your purse in Chula Vista, San Diego. And nothing was missing. The kid did something. He said it was hard to do. It was full of money and cards. He said it was hard to do, but it was just the right thing to do. You know, he was grown up like that, as they say. So he gets on. They actually did a news story, and he said, I didn't mean for any of this happen, like for it to actually be a big story. He that's not why he did it. He did it because he was genuine and out of the kindness of his heart, the goodness of his heart, the being human, doing for others what you have others do to you. I watched that, and then the next story that popped up was after that. And this was within the last 3 days. This happened after this kid returned this woman's purse. This unidentified object in the sky that lit up and brought all kinds of attention. And you guessed it, in Chula Vista, San Diego. Now, I can't, maybe I'm crazy, and that's okay. But what was so crazy about this is the first thing that came to my mind is, wow, I'll be. Huh. A kid does something good and renews hope in so many people that thought the world is just going to hell. Right? I guess it's a news story, but maybe it didn't get enough attention. So all of a sudden this UFO shows up over Chula Vista. You can look this up, it happened, there's pictures, blah, 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 blah. If you look up Chula Vista, perhaps you'll find these two stories. Perhaps the UFO story preceded the kid doing the right thing. In order to draw attention, not to the UFO itself, but to this kid. This is a far-fetched idea, but I love it because I'd love to think this is true. Is it? Who the hell knows? But it's very cool to think about it, that perhaps the UFO showed up so people will look up Chula Vista, San Diego, and not only find that their UFO showed up, but that prior to them showing up, you will find a story that restores hope and shows that there are good people left in this world who will do the right thing. It's just a thought. It's not even a theory. It's just something that I thought was cool. And it probably has nothing to do with each other at all, but maybe these things are showing up so we'll pay attention to the good that's going on. Perhaps we're looking at the wrong thing. We shouldn't be looking at the story of the UFO. Perhaps in those papers in the last couple of days, when we look up the town that these UFOs have been over, perhaps something good happened that is so kind and so good and so human that we're missing the whole point. I don't know. But that was the first thing I thought. And what an amazing thing, if that's true. I guess that is probably not. But something to think about. Alright, love you guys.